Back at the Student Rec Center for the third game of this four-game homestand for the Conestoga Condors women's volleyball team here at the Doon campus in Kitchener. Hello everybody, Aiden Shlomkuski, and we are thrilled to bring you this OCAA matchup between the Cambrian Shield and the Conestoga Condors. Last season, these teams split the season series one game apiece, both of them winning at home. Cambrian would finish with a 9-9 record, good enough to qualify for playoffs, but would ultimately fall in the quarterfinals to the eventual champions, the Humber Hawks. Conestoga had a good month of October, opening up the season with back-to-back wins, defeating St. Clair and Fanshawe, only dropping one set. It's a very potent lineup and a very well-rounded one at that. It's the Condors versus the Shield. It's OCAA women's volleyball action next.
The middle blocker for Mississauga, number 15, Anna Cowley. The outside hitter, middle blocker from Richmond Hill, number 17, Bianca Marquetti. And your starting Condors liberos, number 3 from Cambridge, Gemma Perino. And from Kitchener, number 6, Svetlana Babic. Your Condors are coached by Celeste Witzel, and assistant GP Marianne Olivia Bender, and Alex Fisher. The officials for tonight's contest on the lines, Keith Guillard, Greg Albert. The up official for this first game, Brian Evans. And the down official, Sama Elasmar.
We are all ready to go for this matchup. Conestoga going to start with Rabano, Main, Babic as the starting libero, with Marquetti as well, Welmers, and finishing off is Grace McLean. Conestoga going to have the opening serve, and it will be Rabano. In that last game, it was a redemption for Conestoga against Fanshawe, as that was the team that would oust them from the playoffs a year ago. And the initial block going to be made, and Conestoga will strike first. Joust at the net. Good physicality on the early part at the front of the net for the Condors. The set going over to Marquetti, who hits that one on a seam down the line. Marquetti picking up her first kill as she continues to fire on all cylinders. Rabano continuing to serve. It was Rabano and McLean leading the way at the serving department, as they would each have 4 aces apiece. Cambrian striking back. They will get the side out. They are set to serve. Nordquist has 59 assists on the season. She's now over 1,000 career. And that's back-to-back points. That evens us up in the early stages of the match. It was Nordquist that led the team in aces a year ago with 26. It's closely followed by Jersey Mason. You want to talk about leading in service aces. It was Bianca Marquetti 2 years ago with 70, as that was an unreal for her on all aspects of the court. This one missing wide. As back and forth we continue to go. First meeting between these two teams, as we mentioned at the top of the broadcast. They split the series last year. Is this one going over to Main? Soft attack. And the net violation going to be called by our down official, Osama Alazmar, with the up official being Brian Edmonds. And on the lines is going to be Keith Juilliard and Greg Albert. Conestoga looking to get the point. They're going to go to Welmers. And a couple of attacking errors early on in this game has Cambrian ahead by 2. Now it's Welmers again. This time she will convert. That'll be her first kill of the game. Is that 1-2 punch? Marchetti and Welmers each with a kill in the early going. 4 attacks for Welmers already. Cambrian without one of their starting players, and that is 5th year being Carly Papano, as she is dealing with an injury. That's going to lead to the next man up mentality. Size advantage for the Condors coming into the game. It's going to be interesting how these two defenses play with each other. You see, we talked about just the size advantage of Conestoga at the net. See how Cambrian comes in with that game plan, knowing that they are at a disadvantage when going up for blocks. It's kept alive, but it will not be able to get over as Maine gave it a look, unable to get much on it. Viant currently in her 3rd drip eligibility with the team. So we continue to play on. 7-5 our score in the early going. Conestoga looking to get the lead back. And another miss as they continue to try to target that near sideline, just missing the mark. Nice save from Bobic going over to Cowie. She will be rejected. We mentioned the size advantage might play a factor in this one, but right there, playing very big at the net was the shield as the wall went up and rejected Hannah Cowie. Zach going right back to Cowie. This time we'll get it through the wall and down. It's going to be her first kill on her 2nd attack. Hannah Cowie spent the previous 3 years part of the Niagara Knights program. As that is going to be another point and another kill for the Shield. Very good rookie campaign for Cowie, as she would total 74 kills, 26 aces, good for 117 points. This time they're going to switch it up. That one rejected. Good reactionary play and sent over by Bobic. And a backcourt attack has Cambrian out in front. See if a timeout will be called, as they have extended the lead to 5. In the early going, it seems like Mason getting a good number of looks. Joust for it, and it will fall, as again the Shield win the battle at the net. And there is the timeout taken by Celeste Witzel, as Cambrian comes out flying, up by 6. Keys to the game for the Cambrian Shield was the serve pass battle. It seems to be a common theme for most teams, as you can really have a good job receiving the passes, being able to control that part of your game, as well as where you're serving. You want to limit those errors and really put your opponent back on their heels. Another focus for them is going to be limiting Marchetti and Welmers. Those are two very special players for the Condors. They get a number of looks per game and are often firing on all cylinders. And when they play off each other, they are very hard to stop, as they were the two leading scorers a year ago. 230 points for Marchetti, 197 for Welmers. It's going to be an area that this defense for Cambrian looks to try to stop those two big hitters. Nordquist continuing to serve. Has one ace already. Now puts her in the lead. Well, tied for the lead, pardon me, with Viant for the team lead in aces, both of them with 5. 2 other players with 4. As a big swing from the Condors as they try to claw back down by 10. Both timeouts have already been taken by Conestoga as they try to settle this game down. And Welmers will put it inside the block. That is going to send Marchetti back to serve. Team leader in points. She's currently up to 33, 4 aces so far, 28 kills as she continues to swing with such ferocity. Urbano on the block, tracking it was Bobic. And that one quickly rejected and got on Welmers in a hurry. Not much she could do with that. Here we go, Marchetti from the backcourt as this one will go long. A little bit uncharacteristic start for the Condors as they have 8 attacking errors so far. Cambrian with just 3. And the violation going to be called on Urbano as that ball continuing to be set too close to the net for her to try to tiptoe the line. Gauthier going to send this one out of bounds. Conestoga gets the point. This is going to be another set point for the Shield. Welmers back to serve as the lone ace for the Condors in the game. And we'll have another as Welmers continuing to try to claw this team back. Conestoga sends the wall, and that is going to get through McLean and Cowie. And the opening set goes to Cambrian. They win it 25-14. As we take a look at the stats from the opening set, was 9-7 in kills for the Shield. Very good hitting percentage as well. 353. Conestoga was in the negatives as they had those 9 attacking errors. Blocks 2-1 with the aces all even at 2 apiece. Both of those for Welmers, with Viant and Nordquist picking up the aces for Cambrian. We are ready to go as Conestoga looking to even it up in sets. As this one going to be blocked, give and go, and a soft touch from Welmers. Mandalago going to step back in her first set of the evening. And answering right back is Mason. She's up to 4 kills in the early stages of the match. It's going to be interesting to see who came alive for the 5th-year Papano, who is out with injury. And so far, Mason taking on that task. Going over to Welmers, as she will hit it off the block and put right back down by Main. Great recognition from McKenna Main. Saw the ball leaking back over and she puts it straight down. It's a big swing from Marchetti. Tiptoeing line and rolled over. They're going to go to McLean. That one hitting off a block. Saving it was Fanny Gauthier. And right through the block and down, back and forth we continue to go here in the second. 2s all around, 2-2 in the second set. Viant getting her assignment for the serve. As this team last year averaged 1.78 aces per set. Welmers did not have an ace in the game against Fanshawe. She's up to 3 in this match. Currently leading the team in points with 7. As you knew the focus was going to be on Marchetti, Welmers just as imposing of a force. This one, however, catching the top part of the tape. As back and forth we continue to go. Conestoga with a 1-point lead. Focus in their key to the game was defense, defense, and more defense. You want to see them continue to dig the ball exceptionally well and also focus on those blocks. Have currently just the 1 from Welmers as a number of the attacks for the Shield getting through as they won the opener 25-14 if you're just joining us. Cow trying to go for the bucket. Nice play from Pereno. Now McLean gets the kill. Grace McLean up to 2 kills. She has been a welcome addition to this team. The rookie from Cambridge being a big part of the offense. She's getting some starts as she has played in both games. Has 7 sets under her belt in the OCAA. And now McKenna Main picks up the ace. And will not go back-to-back. It is received nicely. Kept alive, but it will fall off Cowie. Lago tried to keep it up, but rolled off of her arms and down. Craig currently in her 4th year after graduating from LaSalle. Stepping back to serve and taken in by Pereno. Going over to McLean, who's got another one. Grace McLean now ties Welmers and Marquette, each of them with 3. Now stepping back to serve. Trying to try this side, punching over top of the block. Set, they're going to Marquette. And a diving save, nice play from Craig. Lead to a free ball, now to Cowie, she'll be rejected. And a joust at the net. And free ball put over by McLean. That one will get in front of Grace McLean. 8-5 our score. This is looking like it could be a battle between the setters as Nordquist and Rabano atop the leaderboard in assists per set. 1-2 with Nordquist having the lead 9.83 to 9.57. A little bit of help from the net as Barr picking up the ace. This serve heading into the net. Conestoga gets the point right back. Yanakawi in her career coming in with 203 points, this being her 4th year. Conestoga going to get the point. Cowie gathering her composure as she will let another one fire. That one's sinking very quickly. And it is going to be blocked. Nice play from Lagos, sent over. Conestoga now, master attack, it's going to Maine. Trying to roll it over top. Played nicely by Nordquist. Tooling it off the block, and the Shield are rolling. 10-7 we go. Maine volleying it over. That was a good play from the Condors to keep the play alive. Through the block and down. Another big swing for Cambrian. Teams that look in a very close second set. Conestoga would love to even this up. This one going over to Welmers. She will be able to avoid the net. And this one over top of the block. Pereno with a nice save. Back and forth we continue to go. It's rejected by Marquette. Quick reset. And another block. Welmers, Lago go up forming the wall. That's a big block. And see if that proves to be a turning point for the Condors as they try to even it up in sets. Welmers going up for her second block. This one getting around Welmers and down. We're seeing the vision from the attack on the Shield's part. They're doing a great job avoiding those hands that are rising up, continuing to put it through and around the blocks. Back going over to Welmers. She'll be rejected. It's still alive and sent over by Pereno. Good persistence from the Condors as Welmers is going to hit the net, trying to go up for the block. This is going to be blocked from Marquette. That's a big block for Cambrian. talked about limiting her effectiveness in this game currently with just 4 points. Welmer's leading the Condors with 8.
Did not recognize you at all.
This attack will not fall. As you saw, the adjustment made by Maine, but it's going to fall on her side of the net. Now the lead for Cambrian, 12-11. That is going to be another kill for Welmers. She continues to lead by example in her sophomore campaign. Keddy last year had a career high 116 digs to go with 174 kills. Well, this one not going to be dug out by the Condors as Cambrian continuing to fire on all cylinders. Number of players for Cambrian hitting above 500. There's currently 5 of them. With a diving save, quick reset. Welmer is trying to go for a quick attack, and it will be stymied. And McLean's seen enough as she takes care of business, slamming it home. Welmer's named the Rookie of the Year for the West Division, as well as being named to the West Division All-Rookie Team. As you mentioned, her number is very impressive. A year ago, 145 kills to go along with 16 aces. Back and forth, we continue to go as teams trading points a little bit more frequently in the second set. 1 point difference. Going over to Cowie, and she will be blocked again. McLean unable to keep it alive for the Condors. Mason now back. She currently leads with 8 points, all of them coming via the kill. And that one, a big tool off the block. McKenna Main going to pick up the kill, as that was a big swing for number 2. Main, another one of the sophomores from Cambridge, is going to try to get the service ace, just missing the mark. Craig finished 3rd on the team in points last year, as there was 3 Shield players above 100 points. As they continue to get scoring, all of these players still with the team, as we mentioned, their leader Papano inactive. And a great read from Cowie. Recognized the impending attack, immediately stuffs it. That is just experience from the veteran middle blocker, Hannah Cowie. Quick adjustment. Now it's going back to Marchetti as she will quickly swing at that one, saved by Pereno. Sent deep. Cowie trying to read the block again, and Main hits it. Also, McLean was there. Might have been better if she was able to try to dig it out. Nonetheless, it will be a point for the Shield. 18-15 we go. as sound defense for Cambrian was a focus for them at practice. Has been turning into good offensive chances. And Marchetti is going to be blocked, and it stays in bounds. Another point for the Shield. And a timeout will be taken. And talking with Coach Witzel in the pregame about something that she liked in the last game was the grit, not giving up. And that is something that Conestoga is going to have to do here as they are down in the second set after dropping the opener. This team very resilient. You see it in their mindset. They have the great mental makeup as they continue to battle each and every point. They never give away any points. As they continue to battle each and every set, they're going to have to rally as they are currently down by 4. And it really comes down to they play as a big unit. Everybody pulling their weight. They're going to have to do so again as some of their star players currently being held to limited points, such as Marchetti with just 4, Welmer's up to 9, McLean also with 4. We're back underway after the timeout. Conestoga trailing by 4. It's going to be Cowie, and that into the soft spot after hitting off an arm. That's exactly what you want to see if you are Conestoga. And immediately come out of the timeout and get the point. It's Cowie now back to serve. It's racing to play it. With the low set, diving was Marchetti, keeping it alive. And Welmer sends it deep, will stay in bounds. As McLean tried to dive to save it, but will be unsuccessful on that attempt. Good reactionary play from Lago as that tried to sneak over the net. Marchetti's soft attack going to be met by Gauthier. They're going to go back to Marchetti as she will adjust, tooling it off the block. And that's pure experience from the third-year hitter Marchetti as that quick adjustment mid-air as she gets the 5th kill on the night and gets to serve for the Condors. 2017, they trail. That one rode up high on Selk. Good play from Pereno. Marchetti hitting it off the block. It's falling and it will hit the ground. Marchetti now heating up. The player of her skill set, you can only keep her quiet so long as she's now caught a hot streak. And Pereno saves it again. It will go over. Another diving save right back over. Heading towards the scoring table, and it is going to land as Maine gave chase. 21-18. Gauthier back to serve. Currently 2 kills on the day. And this one going to go long. It'll be another serving air charge to her. Conestoga gets the point. They trail by 2. And Marchetti now stepping up. There's 4 aces on the season. Currently averaging .57 per set. Would love to pick one up here as Conestoga tries to draw even. And it's going to go untouched off of the net. As Conestoga gets a much needed point. They trail by 1. Cambrian doing a very good job playing big at the net. Their tallest player being 5'11" in Michaela Tremblay, inactive. But they're doing a great job rising up and rejecting the attacks of the Condors. But that is going to be blocked by one of the big players for the Condors. It's Madison Welmers, standing 6'2", soars up and rejects the shield, evening us back up 21-21. Action set to get back underway. Both teams using a timeout in the second set. Marchetti will continue her tenure serving for the Condors. And Perino trying to get under it will be unsuccessful on this attempt. Out of the timeout. Good call from Coach Dale Beausoleil. Now Viant. You see the energy she brings to this team. It can be a real spark plug for the Shield. As she serves, McLean swings. It gets through the block, but right there was Nordquist. This one getting inside the block, back-to-back points coming out of the timeout for the Shield, and that is going to be the second called timeout for the Condors as they continue to look for answers in what has been a great match so far between the Cambrian Shield and the Conestoga Condors. Conestoga going to bring in Meadow Weidman as Marchetti heads to the bench. 23-21 our score. As Taylor Viant continuing to serve one ace to her name. 3 on the evening by different players for the Shield. As that is a good reception from McLean. They're going to go to Maine. And off the block, a nice play from Welmers. And Maine just going to volley it over. This Conestoga looks a little disjointed on their attacks. And good job taking charge for McLean. And a backward attack from Weidman! Welcome to the game, Meadow Weidman, as she gets a kill. Welmer stepping back. Currently 3 aces, 3 blocks, 10 points on the evening as she leads the team in that category. She would love to get a 4th ace here as Conestoga trying to draw even in terms of sets. Give and go rolling over top of the block. Good read from Lago. As it is crunch time, and this one going to be kept alive. Diving save made from Goche. And here comes Cowie. Puts it deep. Be no dice on this attack. Now flying through. It will go untouched. As Conestoga evens it back up. 23-23. Welmer's continuing to serve. Welmer's this season very good hitting percentage, 304, as she had a 545 against Fanshawe in that one, 8 kills to her name. As this one hitting off the block, racing to try to cut it off was Weidman, and will fall just in front of her. And another set point has come for the Cambrian Golden Shield. Sinking out, and it is going to be the ace. Cambrian takes the second set, 25-23. It was a much better set for Conestoga as they were able to get 23 points. Also improved on their overall hitting percentage as they had 13 kills on 36 total attacks, 222 hitting percentage. But once again, Cambrian continuing to swing very effectively, 15 kills, 289 hitting percentage on 38 attacks, as they now have a 2-set lead. Been the story for them all season long, as there have been sweeps. They've won and lost by the hand of the sweep, but that is all it's been, 3 sets in both of their games. Conestoga down 2-0 as we get ready for the third. Focus at practice for Cambrian was defense, same with Conestoga, but also the receiving. They really focused on the spin serve, and they really wanted to do a good job with the receptions on that front. They've done a good job so far in this game in that category, as they have had a number of key receptions. Conestoga looking to stage a comeback. It'll start with Lago. Go soaring through the backcourt, heading towards the sidelines. Marchetti will keep it alive. And Maine bumps it over. Good save from Pereno. Now it's coming to Marchetti, as she will just miss the line. Cambrian going to score the opening point. Jersey Mason has been on fire. 13 points, 12 kills, a 500 hitting percentage, as this one will tip off of the net. Trying to get it over to Maine, and keeping it alive, just getting the fingertip touch. Pereno takes charge. Back set going to Marchetti. And a quick reset following it up. Here comes Maine, and she will be stuffed. As that is going to be back-to-back points for the Shield. In that qualifying match, they would beat Algonquin to advance to that clash versus Humber. Ultimately be put out in the quarterfinals. As Lago bump sets to Maine. This one hitting off the net. It's a 4-0 run to start the third set. And that is going to be a serving air charge to Allison Nordquist, who's had 19 assists so far and a perfect hitting percentage as well. Marchetti to serve for the Condors as they look to claw back again down early in the set. And the big block, and it will fall inbounds. That's a huge block for the Condors. See if it's a momentum swing. Who else but Madison Welmers continuing to be a big brick wall at the net. That's her fourth block on the evening. Cambrian recognizing that they are a small team and that they play right into that. It's a never quit mentality from this squad as they continue to do a good job, and they're playing like they're 10 feet tall right now. As this one getting through and it's trying to be kept alive by Pereno. It will, however, fall. Gauthier back to serve for the Shield. Played it in 4 sets so far. Has 11 total attacks. As Conestoga back on the board, trailing by 3. That sends Welmers. Welmers had a lone ace coming into tonight, and she has 3 so far in the match. Almost having a 4th as that rode up a little bit high on Craig. And is going to miss an outstretched Marchetti arm as she gave chase. As it is a miscue on the reception from Marchetti, as it will be an ace. Taylor Viant picking up her second. We talked about the energy she brings, having a good game, 8 points, doing it a number of ways via the block, the ace, as well as the kill. Speaking of the kill, Hannah Cowie comes in with some oomph as that one smashed home. Good sinking action kept alive by the Shield. This one, however, into the net. And Conestoga going to get back-to-back points, cutting the lead to 3. Now it's McKenna Main. As another good sinking action, but it's going to get back over. Conestoga mounts their attack. And Cowie will punch it over. And through the block right in front of Marchetti. Such speed, you blink, you miss it. As another big kill for the Shield. Mason stepping back, coming off her 14th kill of the match, leading all players. McLean trying to roll that one over top of the block. And Mason, good reception from, it's going to be Perino, and Maine will have a shot at it. Handled by Selk. Nice play from Marchetti, digging it out. Through the block and down, Conestoga answers. That is going to be a service error. That flips things back over for the Shield. Cambrian really liked their game against Humber. They felt it was a very good showing. And with those injuries earlier, as going over on 2 was Lago, the block from Marchetti and Cowie. This Cambrian team really has a hunger to improve and to build forward. They have to go through the Condors first, as that is going to be the first block by someone other than Madison Welmers. And Marchetti picks up her first. Free ball sent over. Cowie going to take charge. Where they're going to go is going to be Welmers off the block. Diving save from Mackenzie Selk. Tooling it off the block. And here comes Marchetti. As she tools it off the block, adding another kill to her total. Conestoga now down by 2. This one, however, catching the top part of the tape. This one going to be another ace for the Shield. Conestoga going to get the point back off of the serving error. Lago now stepping back to serve. And Lago appeared in just one game so far in the early season, this just being the 3rd. Diving save from McLean. Free ball sent over by Welmers. And a little bit of trouble for the Shield as it gets over top of the block. Lago was ready for it. And the shot from Maine. Another diving save, as this defense very hard to get through for the Condors. But it's Welmers. Exactly what the Condors needed. The 6th kill for Welmers, as she's up to a .333 hitting percentage. Just missing the mark, trying to target that back line. 3-point lead restored for the Shield. This one catching the tape. As you saw, Lago moving, getting ready for the reception, but will not have to do so as it will be a serving error. And by no means has Conestoga played bad in this match. You're just seeing a lot of conversion from the Shield as they continue to do it well on all aspects of the game. Getting a couple key aces. Their block has been very good. As speaking of a block, it's Welmers with her 5th. She continues to lead the team in points with 14. Does Madison Welmers, and that's a big swing. Conestoga can now mount an attack as the reception goes to their side. It's Maine, and she'll put it over the top, dug out. And Welmers going up just in case, but it will fall on the Shield side. Back to even we go. Conestoga also dealing with an injury as Jessica Muir is inactive tonight. She had a good game against Fanshawe, but it doesn't look to be anything too serious. We'll probably be back next week. As Marchetti and Pereno in trying to keep it alive. That is going to be a point for the Shield. Gauthier had 35 kills a season ago as she got into 17 matches. And a great read from Grace McLean continues to make her presence felt and is very mature beyond her years as one of the outside hitters for the Condors. We mentioned just a rookie, and she's already doing things that we've seen 4th and 5th year players do. The best part about that is it's only going to get better from here. This one hitting off the block. Marchetti going to take charge. The set coming to Maine. Kept alive by Selk, who's had a number of digs this game, and it will roll over. And Lady Luck going to be on Cambrian's side. Viant, very good hitting percentage for 44, has the couple aces. 3 different Shield players with 2 aces, that being Viant, Barr, as well as Nordquist. They're going over to Cowie, and she smokes it straight down, as that is a textbook kill for Hannah Cowie. This one tipping off the block. Marchetti gets a touch. The set, and a good adjustment from Cowie. Tipping it off the block, coming for it, and keeping a hand under it was Pereno, and under. Very close 3rd set. Nice adjustment from Maine as she will lay out for it. And the double touch will be called by the up official. And that restores a 2-point lead for the Shield as they look to close it out in straight sets for the 3rd time in 3 games played. Conestoga right back at it again tomorrow as McLean's attack going for the roll shot will not convert. And a timeout going to be taken by Conestoga. as we mentioned, Conestoga right back at it tomorrow against Boreal. We'll see if fatigue plays a factor, and right out of the timeout, the Shields strike again. This one leaking back over, joust for at the net, and immediately put back by Barr. Conestoga going to take their second and final timeout as the lead grows to 5 for the Shield. We are back underway. 20-15 our score. Cambrian up 2-0 as they look to complete the sweep. Urbano back in as libero, and immediately with a great sack converting is Cowie. Conestoga right after the timeout taken by Coach Witzel gets the point. They tried to draw back even. It was a very close second set. 25-23 is how it ended. Conestoga really improved on that first set. Diving to save it was Pereno. It will hit off her arm, but unable to get any elevation. Craig stepping back to serve. She had 107 kills a year ago as she played in 57 sets for the Shield. Urbano sets, it's going to Marchetti. And racing to make a play on it was Norquist. This one, however, flies into the net. Conestoga gets the point as we are not done yet. Mentioned Cowie was a Knight for 3 years before transferring over to the Condors. Urbano with a good reactionary play. This one over. There was a miscommunication briefly, but Cambrian able to get it back over the net. And a big swing from Welmers right up the gut. Madison Welmers continues to rack up the points. As we'll add another one to her ever-growing total, now 15, as she only trails Mason for the game lead. Kaylee Sagan into the game as she will serve. One of the rookies here for the Shield. One of 5 new recruits for this women's program. Getting to see some action time. Sliding was Marchetti, digging that one out. Good reception as it will ride up a little high on Pereno. And another point for Cambrian. It's going to continue the tenure for Sagan. Diving save, and it is going to hit off of the official as that brings us to match point.
Match points, Cambrian.
And say again can finish it off right here. It's 24-18 our score. Set, they're going to go over to Welmers. No, we are not done, says Bianca Marchetti. Her 8th kill, 9th point as we continue to battle on. And another big swing from the captain.
Okay, Cambrian, dancing under our logo.
All set to go. It's going to be Althea Rabano to serve. A very tough serve. Tracking it down is Selk. And we'll move it over to Goche. Set, they're going to go to Welmers. And that one is going to go wide. And it's how it's going to end. 25-19 in the third. The story continues for the Shield. Another sweep as they improve to 2-1.
The second 25-23 in that third set.
That is how this one is going to end. Jersey Mason stepping in for Papano, leading the team with 17 points. Madison Welmers 15 for the Condors. As it's going to be the sweep for Cambrian. They improved their records. Conestoga going to be right back at it tomorrow afternoon against Boreal. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in to the game. We love spending the time with you. From all of us here at the Student Rec Center, I'm Ada Schilkowski. Be sure to tell somebody you love them, and we will see you tomorrow.